It's Sunday morning on CBS. Here again is Jane Pauley.
When it comes to talking points, Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough are rarely at a loss for words, as viewers of their morning show know well. For us, they're talking with Lesley Stahl of 60 Minutes.
Joe Scarborough here. It's Morning Joe.
Morning Joe began as a last-minute fill-in show on MSNBC in 2007. Republican Congressman turned broadcaster Joe Scarborough drafted Willie Geist and Mika Brzezinski to sit in.
Good Lord.
We're on the air.
Yeah, we are. By the way, let's try this again.
Let's take it from the top.
Good morning. I'm Joe Scarborough. Welcome to Morning Joe.
We started talking at 5:58, and we were in the middle of such a great conversation that they were counting us down, and I said, keep talking, ignore the cameras.
10 years later, they're still talking, and Morning Joe has become a morning jolt of smart political conversation.
I said it to Obama's people. I said it to Bush's people. I'm saying it to Trump's people from day one. The press always wins.
With many of the nation's most powerful people tuning in and sitting in.
Joe, that's a fair question, and I honestly don't know the answer.
One of those people was Mika's father, the late Zbigniew Brzezinski.
Joe wants to know if I was impatient as a child.
National Security Advisor to President Carter, and a frequent guest on Morning Joe.
Very cute, very charming, a bit unpredictable.
All right. Thanks, Dad.
There was some intrigue from day one because of the chemistry between Joe and Mika. Were they a secret item? Those bumper shots of the two of you looking like lovers.
Are angry, mad at each other.
Why did you put those sexy bumper shots up if this wasn't in your mind?
Well,
Some of them aren't so sexy.
I don't think they're sexy.
They are suggestive, let me say.
Some of them are fun.
They're romantic. Bogey and Bacall,
It's separated,
that's that shot.
or Simon and Garfunkel.
No.
It's separated.
Glasses are getting fogged
No,
up.
no, it's not getting fogged up. But it's
Rumors about Joe and Mika, both married when the show began, heated up. Then, in August of last year, then presidential candidate Donald Trump added fuel to the fire. Someday, when things calm down, I'll tell the real story of Joe and his very insecure longtime girlfriend. And it was out. Did you confide in him?
No, he always had fun with us and be like, oh, you two, what a beautiful couple. But
Would you confide in him?
When I tried to find out when the romance began, a wall went up. First, the audience wondered, are they, aren't they, for a long time. And now we know they are, and it isn't as if you haven't said something. So comment on this comment. Over the past year and a half, I realized I had to face these feelings and that it was time to stop putting them in a box.
Right, that is correct.
So you had the feelings and you were trying to push them away, and then,
That's correct.
well, tell us about it.
That pretty much says it. I totally understand that I'm being completely difficult, but that's about as far as I'm going to go.
If you're listening to loud classic rock followed by the most casual of political conversations, it must be Morning Joe.
What about the Saturday Night Live skit?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Make a boo. Yeah. You're being a stinker and it's not going to work.
We were like,
You knew it was a good skit that when they were getting closer together, we
sweating.
were covering our eyes and screaming.
That was in May. In June, President Trump tweeted about them again, striking back after Mika mocked him.
Nothing makes a man feel better than making a fake cover of a magazine about himself, lying every day and destroying the country. He's covering his hands here because they're teensy.
He really came swinging at Mika, bleeding badly from a facelift. Oh, my God.
Oh.
And you were on the air, I saw it, and you were so remarkably restrained, you brushed it off.
I'm fine. My family brought me up really tough. This is absolutely nothing. But I am very concerned as to what this once again reveals about the President of the United States.
Now, that's tough.
I can say the same thing.
Oh, much
about
worse.
him.
You ought
And
to look it
sometimes
up.
Racist, a bigot. He doesn't take it personally.
And it doesn't make headlines.
He takes it personally from Mika.
But this is the President of the United States insulting you, trying to embarrass you, after, of course, you had done that to him.
I don't think that I was lashing out at him.
And yet, during the campaign and long before that,
Do not call people losers. Say they have a lack of a command in the issues.
It takes too long.
Joe and Mika's relationship with Donald Trump had been friendly.
People think I don't like China. I love China.
He frequently appeared on Morning Joe in person or on the phone.
I'm speaking with myself, number one, because I have a very good brain.
The impression was made that you legitimized him. I think you even admitted to somebody that you gave him advice.
Yeah, you know what my advice was?
Okay.
My advice was, Donald, you should apologize to John
like,
McCain.
Here's
He's a
how you
war
can
hero.
win.
Donald, you should apologize. And finally he said, I just don't apologize.
He said of both of you that you were his supporters. He said that.
No,
he did.
So he said,
You've been
again,
supporters all along.
again, you are actually giving far more credence to Donald Trump's words as it pertains to us than you would give to Donald Trump's words as it pertains to anything else, including North Korea.
That does it for us this morning.
When Morning Joe signs off at 9 a.m., Joe and Mika's day is just beginning.
Can we get a white background?
On the day we were on set, Joe directed a photo shoot for Mika's upcoming Know Your Value event.
Amazing, Mika, right in there.
The front of the stage will be coming out.
Good. And can we have little Know Your Value notepads?
Before Mika met with her team to work out the details.
I have effing had it with this salary situation.
The talks grew out of a book Mika wrote about how she learned to ask for the raise she deserved. You found out that you were being paid much less. How much less than Joe, for instance?
14 times less. Yeah. And it wasn't just Joe. It was the whole team. And
The whole team was paid more than you? The whole team?
pretty much. The core, yeah. Yeah. Hi, baby Bumba.
When she has time to kick back, Mika heads into her backyard in suburban New York, which she has turned into a chicken coop.
That's baby Bumba, named after my mom. That's Marta. That's Tammy. That's a rooster.
This is ridiculous.
Will you hold Jeremiah?
No.
You just hold the wings down, just like that. Yeah. Good. Okay, perfect. And then...
Did you ever make Joe do this?
Yeah,
Oh, he doesn't like it. It's a little wild in
Yes.
that you have a cat, a dog, rabbits. How many chickens?
14.
And you have 2 kids and Joe.
And Joe. Yes, I do.
Joe, meanwhile, spends his free time in his home in New Canaan, Connecticut, playing rock and roll with his band called, well, Scarborough. If you had to choose between being a politician...
I can already answer this, but go ahead, ask the question.
All right, answer the question.
Music.
Above politics,
Everything.
above TV?
Everything. Those were all side gigs that paid for my music.
He releases 4 of his own songs every month. And performs them in New York nightclubs. Do you ever regret the path your life has taken?
It's hard to regret the
When you're on
life
top
I've
of the
lived.
world?
You know, I came from a very sort of middle-class background, and I wake up every morning at 4 o'clock, and my first thought is, and then my second thought immediately is, wait, I've got a job, and I'm doing what I love. But if I could do it again, would I throw the equipment in the back of a van and drive around the country for a couple of years? Yes.
Last May, on Mika's 50th birthday, Joe popped the question, and now they're engaged. A fairy tale ending with a few loose ends still to tie up. When is the wedding?
Oh, my gosh.
We don't know that either.
You don't have a date, so things are kind of paused.
Yeah, but I don't want to wait forever. But I'm just trying to figure out logistics and family.
Yeah, you have to blend a whole lot of people. Between you 6 kids.
Right, and they've all got to be good with it, as far as when and where and everything else.
And how?
Because you have 2 houses. He told me that New Canaan is paradise.
Oh, really?
He did.
It's not the chicken coop.
I like where I am.
Uh-oh, already.
See there?
Oh, my God.
So this is, it's not just about the kids.
It's not just politics.
It's the houses, it's the, yeah.
I like my name, too.
Oh, well, of course.
But?
Joe.
What?
Mika Scarborough, is that what you're saying?
I'm not, she said it, not me.
I don't know.
I am from the South.
You might?
I might. We'll see.
Okay. Okay.
She does not approve.